Salutations, dear youngsters. Welcome. One more day. We are here to go to the next topics of Geetha and allowing our intellects always to be alert and dynamic to learn newer and higher and greater things, which, when implemented, will have lesser problems and more successes and joys. It's only human being who, by increasing, adding to his intelligence and performance, can better himself in his happiness, comforts, etc. All other animals cannot. They only have to live according to nature. They have to drench in waters, they will drench in rain. At the most, they may stand under a tree. They won't make houses, they don't have raincoats to make, they don't hold on the umbrella, etc. But you and I, with our intelligence, can protect from the rains. So too from everything. They eat the same grass which they started right from the beginning of creation. We, with so many vegetables, adding so much mirchi masala, how many ways we improve? And that all spoils our stomach. Finally, now everybody on the name of naturopathy going back to eat grass only. Anyway. So, human being with his intellect can have more and more knowledge, understanding, and reduce problem sufferings, increase his happiness. Okay. Left to ourselves, we will live a routine life, sometimes misguided from within and without, to just increase problems to us. But when we go to gurus who have lived life fully, thoroughly, when we study Shastra from them, which is the essence of the great lives lived by all Mahatmas, our knowledge will definitely truly in right direction they'll increase it will increase. When implemented, it gives us a spectacular results. Keeping that in mind only, we started studying Gita, which right from the first person called Arjuna onwards till now has guided millions and millions on their path of outer and inner success. Rather, anybody who adopted Gita path, everybody succeeded. So, to succeed in life, we have to succeed in following Gita. To succeed in following Gita, we have to succeed in going to Gita, studying Gita. The first thing we are doing of succeeding in studying Gita. After that, you follow it, there will be always success, joy for you. No doubt about it. But you have to have wisdom to remember all that, revisit all those topics, listen and again, add to that maturity. If you don't listen, don't contemplate, don't write your notes, don't try to implement, then जहाँ का वहीं रहोगे. Don't blame Krishna or Vyasa or Geeta Mata or me later on. स्वामी जी कोई फायदा नहीं हुआ. अरे तुम तो उसको समझ कर इम्प्लीमेंट करो ना. You just, I give you a prescription for headache. You look at the prescription, keep on studying, keep on taking the name of that prescription, or go to shop, buy that medicine and put it in puja room and do arti. With that, the droga disease will not go. You take it to the medical shop, he will give it, you have to take it. So to Gita prescription will heal your problems when you implement them, when you consume them. Consumption is implementation. Implementation is most important, as we saw the other day. Knowing 100 things and not practicing anything is useless than knowing one thing and doing one practice. Because the one who does practically, he only gets benefited, not the one only who knows theory. Clear? It's in your hands. Whole life is left for you. And through implementation, when you get the benefit, you only get inspiration to implement more and more. Now, like every day, today also three topics. One is chanting. Today's Mangala Shloka is of Lord Krishna, followed by our common sense thought, followed by Geetha. In Geetha, today, 14th chapter, 18th Shloka, is a very twisting, subtle shloka. It is very intelligent people alone can understand it is, not everyone. The simple meaning of is what? The one who can see the silence in absolute dynamism and absolute silence in the dynamism, he alone is intelligent person. He is the only one who has used his intellect for understanding. How is it that we will explain? Karmani akarmaya pashet akarmani cha karmaya sa buddhiman manusheshu. He is the intelligent among all. Sayuktaha Krishna Karma Krut. He is very well steadfast. Krishna Karma Krut. He is the one who has finished his jobs, duties. Then he can have the karma sannyasa. Then he can go for his meditation. That is how the spiritual meaning of that shloka. And for you and I, simple meaning is seeing silence in dynamism, seeing dynamism in silence. How is it that? Let us see when the shloka comes. Now let us do the chanting today. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai. तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Today's shloka, I told you 4 days we'll do the Mangala shloka. Yesterday we saw Rama, Mangalam Kosalendraya, Mahaniya Gunabdhaye, Chakravarti Tanujaya, Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam. Today we'll see our Krishna, tomorrow Venkateshwara, day after Guru. All are almost nearby. Today is Lord Krishna's. What is the purpose of this shloka? Through our puja, etc., let the Lord be pleased. Puja, prayer, and all that. May He reciprocate by blessing us with all the mangalata or auspiciousness. So the shloka is Mangalam Shri Kurukshetra Rana Kshoni Viharine Partha Sarathi Rupaya Geetacharyaya Mangalam. So Mangalam, may the Lord be happy with all the puja namaskara done by me. Who is that Lord? Shri Kurukshetra Rana Kshoni Viharine. The one who has done the Vihara in the Kshoni means earth. Which earth? Kurukshetra, Rana. So when the Kurukshetra Yuddha between Kaurava Pandavas were going on, where Pandava side 7 lakhs of people, Arjuna Kaurava side 11 lakhs. More than that, how many on the chariots, how many on the elephants, how many on the by horses, uncountable. One Akshavani has got 1 lakh, so many number of soldiers, some hundreds of horses, elephants. His account is there. You can search it in one of the books, you will see it. In your YouTube, you can search, you will know how much is one Akshavani. So in that, Bhagavan driving chariot of Arjuna, it was a vihara to him. He did not get disturbed, affected by thousands of arrows shot by Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Krupa, ityadi. And while doing that vihara, he protected Arjuna. He saw that Arjuna became victorious. So to that Krishna, my salutation. I am also going through the yuddha of my life, inner and outer. Please drive chariot of my life also and give me mangalata and success. That is a implied meaning. So Mangalam to whom? Sri Kurukshetra Ranakshoni Viharine. The one who is doing the Vihara in the Kshoni of the Rana of the Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra is Thala. In that Rana is happening, and that was happening in a Kshoni, Rana Bhumi. Viharine, he was doing Vihara in that. And what was he doing? Partha Sarathi Rupaya. And to that Partha, Arjuna as a Sarathi, what else he has done along with chariot driving? Geeta Acharyaya Mangalam. He became Acharya and gave a knowledge. That knowledge is named as Geeta, which we are studying nowadays. and more relevant to us is this shloka. So if not Rama's, Krishna ka to daily ab ek bar pad lena. So now we'll chant 11 times, adds 97 and make it 108. Again, 1080 आपका target. And while doing so, remember Lord Krishna driving chariot, Arjuna seated. Bhagwan is protecting the taking Arjuna across the battle, making it convenient for Arjuna to shoot the arrows at the Kauravas' enemies and gave Arjuna the victory. Before that, when Arjuna was in confusion whether to fight war or not, he gave up almost the weapons, wanted to run away, but surrendered to Krishna. Krishna took that chance and gave him the great Upadesha of Geetha, with which not only Arjuna but everybody who studied throughout till now, millions and millions of them were benefited in getting guidance and inspiration to fulfill the outer duties and achieve outer and inner successes. So, to such Krishna, my salutations. While doing so, we can chant the mantra. Okay. Mangalam Shri Kurukshetra Ranakshoni Viharine Partha Sarathi Rupaya Geeta Acharyaya Mangalam. Okay. I'll make it 11 times. I'll keep a count. You just enjoy. 3 times you listen and you must know it by heart. From fourth onwards, you join me. Start. ॐ मङ्गलं श्रीकुरुक्षेत्र रणक्षोणिविहारिणे पार्थसारथिरूपाय गीताचार्याय मङ्गलं 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 मङ्गलं श्रीकुरुक्षेत्र रणक्षोणिविहारिणे पार्थसारथिरूपाय गीताचार्याय मङ्गलम्. See, remembering Krishna in that Parthasad Rupa with full devotion and faith. When you do, while doing itself, you have joy. Definitely, these prayers reach Him. You can see His blessing in giving all Mangalata to all of us. Only thing you have to have patience, faith, regularly doing prayers. Experiment karte jao. Why you want to be Nastika? We are Hindus, Sanatan Dharmis. Lord in so many avatars came so many times and blessed so many bhaktas. Why should I be doubt? Help yourself and joy of our nation. Every festival celebrated with so much fervor and all. How many lakhs and crores doing that bhakti? How beautiful. Where do you have? Yeah, Bhagwan hoya na baad mein. But that joy of celebration and all of that. How wonderful. मैं तो कहता हूँ कि कीड़ो मकोड़ो भी बने बट इंडिया में जन्म लेवे and enjoy watching all that. Again and again be born in India as a Sanatan Dharmi and enjoy all these beautiful traditions, celebrations, festivities, devotional things. Wow, wow, wonderful. Thank God. This is a punya of so many lives. Okay. Now the shloka is taught. Common sense thought today is very simple. I'll not take more than 5 minutes, max, even that much. You are youngsters. Life is yours. Make or mar. We can only guide you in making and dekh tamasha whether you are making or marring. Marring means destroying. That youth, there are two types. One is middle type also. Middle type I'm not talking. Two extremes. What is that? One extreme is what? Ki मरेंगे लेकिन मरेंगे लेकिन मरेंगे लेकिन हमारे एडिक्शंस को नहीं छोड़ेंगे. मरेंगे लेकिन हमारे एडिक्शंस को नहीं छोड़ेंगे. देर इज वन टाइप ऑफ यूथ. एक्सट्रीम अदर इज द अदर साइड. व्हाट इज दैट? मरेंगे लेकिन हम किसी एडिक्शन में नहीं फंसेंगे. वी विल डाई but we will not leave our addictions. One type of youth. We will die, but we will not get addicted to any nonsense. The other type of youth. Both of them will die, if not today, other day. But what differentiates them? One is died by being addicted and did nothing other than that. Other has achieved everything and died because he had full time and energy because he was not addicted to any nonsense. It is your chance. Today's world is so ganda that because of the so much of money comes quickly through that, all types of the addictables, even in the eatables also they are adding. Tea is an addiction, coffee is an addiction. They all have the caffeine. Caffeine is addictive. And we spend our time and money and energy and all that in that. In the meanwhile, you lose all our opportunities, abilities, talents, and then just to die with all the worstness performed. Do you want to be like that? Life apna hai. You remember your own mother, your own, your friend circle, mein, relatives, mein, there may be people who are addicted to drinks or drugs. Yet it is in your hands to be able to say no. There are many youngsters I know. The father are drunkard. This fellow says, my father with drink, such a nonsense he creates at home. Swamiji, I have taken a vow. Throughout life I will die, but I will not get addicted. मैंने कहा "अरे, you have won the game of life, रे बाबा. Congratulations. You are super. You are beautiful. I love you. Such a great fellow. The other fellow, nobody in the house is addicted. He says, इसलिए मैं addict हो रहा हूँ. अरे बेवकूफ. My friend circle are like this, like this. And how can you destroy your life by wasting your time, money, energy on that? इतना common sense नहीं है. So you are not worthy of love or respect. You can't be stupid, foolish, and justify it. Afterwards, what happens? Everybody will sympathize with you for some time. Thereafter, you have to die your own death like a dog. Addicted to all that, creating all the diseases, and also spending too much of money and taking the loans and all, being humiliated by anyone, and in the intoxication of the drinks or drugs, committing all the inhuman crimes. Do you want to go through that? I am telling you, you youngsters who are listening to Geetha, you have to become groups and create a big drive of protecting the youngsters from all this nonsense. See, once in a while, 6 months, we used to listen to those news. Nowadays, everyday routine कि इधर इतना गांजा, इतना उधर चरस, इतना इधर ये पकड़ा गया. And in all schools, colleges, don't you want to be careful? You want to like that destroy your life? Are you that much bewakuf? I don't think so. Genuinely, the whole world comes and forces you. You should have the wisdom to say, I have my great goals to achieve. For that, I need time, mind, energy, and all. I can't waste all of them. This is nonsense. I am wise now. I am using my intellect. देखते देखते जानते जानते मैं अपने आप को बर्बाद नहीं होने दूंगा. Now, two tips I will tell you. One is what? Take a vow throughout life. I will not get addicted to anything. Second is what? Again and again, tell to yourself, "Ki I'll not get addicted." And again, think, keep that addiction, even if it is taken, any of the thing, how the life is destroyed. Like Visa, Dhyaito Vishayan Pumsa Sangaste Shubhajayate. If you do the positive thinking of it, you get addicted. If you think about it कि इसके साथ इसके द्वारा मुझे ऐसा नुकसान होगा, I will be destroyed, then you will get aversion to it, you will save yourself. Till right now only, throughout my life, I am not going to be addicted to anything. Whether it is TV, whether it is a coffee, whether it is a cell phone, whether it is a TV, whether it is a useless friends, whether it is unnecessary games. World Cup once in 4 years, you can see. Very good. It's not an addiction. I have seen only the main highlights and last things. Two goals of them up to 79th minute. Suddenly, this fellow Mimbamba, he made two more. Two equalizer ho gaya. Then extra time 1-1 they made three. Then penalty shootout they had to do. Then the other fellow did first Mbamba wala, whatever his name. It's a hat trick wala. Then the Messi made a goal. Then the second one, and that fellow kicked. It just went out of the court. They won 2-1. उसके बाद 3-1 हो गया. That fellow made 4-1. Then this 4-2 इसको रुक गया. है ना? You saw that much highlights I have seen 4-2 penalty shootout. It's okay. But to the cell phones, to the internets, to none of them I get addicted. I will get myself tuned to my own goal with all the means in that strict, disciplined, dignified, decent human life I will live. ऐसा निर्णय ले लो. Keep on entertaining that and guard yourself mainly for your friend like acting enemies. They should drop all that nonsense seeing you, not the other way around, that you look at them and copy them and destroy yourself. Thereafter, nobody is answerable. You understand? Get addicted. Nobody gives you the marriage ke liye. Even if you are married, the children, the wife, they are tortured and everybody looks at them also in a humiliation. Whole the life will be so wasted. You can't lift your head. सर उठाकर जी नहीं सकते यार. क्या इतना बेवकूफ़ी चाहिए तुमको? I don't think so. You are not that nonsense, stupid fellows. Not only you do promise to yourself and to me and Krishna throughout life, you are not going to addicted. You are going to make a group of people to protect the youngsters from that addictions. Anti-addiction drive, AAD. You take it up. Challenge. कम से कम कितना लोगों को मैं बदलूंगा. Protect. Whole world after 20 years is ruled by you only. 30 years के बाद 20-25. If you're all in this way nonsense, whole world will be destroyed only. On the other hand, if you are disciplined, why government is giving license and permission, how they are not catching, don't they know it or not? They catch it still. What happens to the drug? We don't know. Some places they show us burning it, but do they really burn it? All the liquor bottles, the liquor is transferred somewhere, only the water is added to the bottle and they are crushed on the bulldozer. ये सब तुम लोगों को मेरे से ज़्यादा पता होता है. So I mean, whatever that nonsense they are doing, I have no question or answer to that. My point is only to you. You protect yourself when you are growing in different positions and all these destructive things you have to eliminate only. That is why the first sentence. मरेंगे लेकिन ड्रग्स नहीं छोड़ेंगे. द मूर्खाति मूर्ख फेलो. द अदर फेलो मरेंगे लेकिन छुएंगे भी नहीं, वहां तक जाएंगे नहीं. सर कटा सकते हैं लेकिन ड्रग्स लिया नहीं सकते हैं. We will not touch. And look at the youngsters who are free from all this nonsense. Get inspired from them. That itself is a great victory. Then save time, save mind, save energy. Use it for your goal. That's the idea. Okay? That's what is today. Marenge lekin touch nahi karenge drugs. I'm not going to be slave or addicted to any of this nonsense. What are the things that also I mentioned to you? TV, cell phone, excessive sleep, unnecessary games, wasting time with the people, then your internet, all of this nonsense, drugs, drinks, cigarettes, ये किसी के प्रति तुम्हारा एडिक्शन नहीं होना. Watching movies, every one of them is addiction. Be alert, have your goal, work towards it. Okay. Now Geetha Shloka number 18. Shloka is simple. Karmani akarma yaha pashyet. Akarmani cha karma yaha. Saha buddhiman manusheshu sayuktaha krishna karma krut. It has 10-12 ways of interpreting it. When I take this class for the elders, I do it for 4-5 days. I want to bore you with so many of exhaustive details, but two or three things I tell you. In this, there is more knowledge to maintain peace of mind than much of the practical thing to be done. You have to only know the thing. Here, समझ लेने की बात है इधर. And all this is what topic going on? Jnana mein karma ka sannyas, so that the mind is calm and quite fit for meditation. And in meditation, you experience the God. This is the spiritual way of looking. These are all spiritual way of talking on this shloka. And for you, like yesterday, day we were shlokas also. I told you, kim karma kimakarmeti kamayopyatra mohitaha tatte karma pravakshyami yajnata mokshase ashubhat karmano hyaviboddhavyam bodhavyam cha vikarmanaha akarmanascha bodhavyam karna karmano gati. How nicely we analyze that shloka. The three types of the things. Action or the duty. Second is what? Opposite of that, vikarma, viparita karma. Third is akarma. You have transcended all the activity. You know that akarma is non-actionlessness because of agitationlessness, because of desirelessness, because of fulfillment inside, because you have seen the full Lord. The one who has experienced the infinite God, he has no finitude, he has no desire, he has no agitation, he has no action. That sthiti is called akarma sthiti. Vikarma is doing viparita karma, doing that which should not be done. Karma means the duty. So, karmanaha, akarmanaha, vikarmana. Karmano hevi bodhavyam, bodhavyam cha vikarmanaha, akarmanaha cha bodhavyam. You have to be very alert about these three. You are never do the vikarma, keep on doing karma for certain age, then slowly enter into akarma, wherein the mind is not forcing you to go out in working because you have no desires of the world. You have the desire for Lord. Lord is inside you only. Therefore, you are doing the inner sadhana, not the outer. That's the meaning of akarma. Clear? In the continuation of that only this shloka. Very, very tough one it is. For me to explain to you, for you to catch, but let us try. Okay, the 18th shloka, 4th chapter. Let us chant it. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Atha Chaturthodhyayah. Krishna Sri Bhagavanuvacha at Ashtadasha Shlokaha. I told you the words Karmani Akarmayah Pashyet Akarmani cha Karmayah Saha Buddhiman Manusheshu Sayuktaha Krishna Karma Krutu. Now the chanting. I'll say and repeat twice, then together once we do word to word meaning and total thought, spiritual, and what is required for us. Very sublime, very beautiful. Every time don't look at it from the benefit standpoint only. Many times this knowledge may not be immediately useful, but slowly it will help you later on. Gita is not given only for the immediate gains, for the long term, short time, ultimate gains also, the knowledge of Gita. Such slokas help us in long term. Okay, together I'll say, you repeat. Om Sri Bhagavanuvacha Karmanya Pashyet Karmanya Pashyet Akarmani cha Akarmani cha Sabuddhiman Manusyeshu Sayuktah Krutsna Karma Kruto Sayuktah Krutsna Karma Kruto. Again. Karmanya Karmayah Pashyet Karmanya Pashyet Akarmani cha Akarmani cha Sabuddhiman Manusyeshu Sayuktah Krutsna Karma Kruto Sayuktah Krutsna Karma Kruto. together. Om Shri Bhagavanuvacha कर्मण्यकर्मयः पश्येत् अकर्मणि च कर्मयः सबुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु सयुक्तः कृत्स्नकर्मकृतो. This is in continuation of reaching from vikarma through the karma to the akarma sthiti. That means in jnana, how to do the sannyasa of the karma so that you are free in your mind to meditate on God and know the God. Okay, this is the purpose of this shloka. Meaning is what? Simple, as I told you, the title also Karmani Akarma Yaha Pashyet. The one who is able to see Karmani in the busy dynamic activities, the Akarma, the silent supporter or the substratum behind. So to Akarmanicha Karmayaha, in the absolute silence, the one who is seeing potentially the so much of dynamism, and the one who is able to understand both of them in balance. Such person is called Sabuddhiman Manusheshu. He is the most intelligent person among all humans. Sayuktaha. He is the one who has made his faculty steadfast. Krishna karma kruta. After this steadiness of the mind comes, he need not do any karma. इनके द्वारा जो होना है कर्म कृष्ण कर्म कृत. He is the one who has completed all that is to be done. It is a very twisting shloka. In Geetha, in the 700 shloka, top 10 में ये होता है in terms of its tongue twisting chanting as well as very sublime meaning. Is it not? Now, a lot of examples I tell you. Like a tree. Does it appear to be acting? It looks like akarma. ऐसा खड़ा है वो बस. But do you know within the tree what a dynamic activity is going on? That it is roots are sucking the waters and minerals, and the leaves are taking that light photosynthesis, and within that every part of the tree has its own sapidity and essence, and slowly you and I are not observing it, but it is making the leaves, it is making the birds, the flowers and the fruits, and within the fruit again the seeds for the subsequent trees. Doesn't it don't look, but how dynamically it is working. देखने में अकर्म है बट कितना कर्म हो रहा है उसमें. Examples, through these examples we will come to a conclusion after few examples are given. So looking like akarma, but how much karma is happening? In the same way, bhumi, does it appear to be moving? It looks like akarma only, but how many thousands of kilometers speed the bhumi is revolving and rotating? Examples. So to the sun is silently rising in the east, setting in the west, but in between, whole three worlds, especially the earth, how much of the work is happening because of the rays of the sun, right from taking water from the ocean to make them clouds and rain. How much through every tree, every leaf, how much of the light the sun is giving for those trees to survive. Through the trees, we all, है ना, तो सब्जी चावल खा के ही हम जीते हैं ना. All of that because of plants. They are alive like because of Surya. It looks like he is not working, akarma, but then how much karma is happening in him? But so too our own entire physiological system, the beating of the heart, लगता है कि साइलेंट कुछ दिख सुना ही नहीं देता. But is there any one moment where the heart is without working? राम नाम सत्य है. Do you know how many lakhs and lakhs of cells are dying every day and born in the body? How many hair falling and new hair is coming? You understood example of silent but lot of work is going on. Again, beyond the lot of work, there is silence also. Like so much of waves, tides, even the flood type of waters you can see. It is very, very dynamic, but within that, the silent water is there. You know, when the waving of oceans, waves on the ocean surface, पर नीचे जाके देखो वो भी ओशन है, it is absolutely silent. Best example is of electricity and all the gadgets. In the electricity, it is silence. But because of electricity only, all the dynamism of the equipment's functioning is happening. So in the akarma electricity, you should be able to see the karma of all the electronic gadgets. So too in the electronic gadgets which are working so vigorously, कोई साउंड कर रहा है, कोई हीट कर रहा है, कोई ठंडा कर रहा है, electrical gadgets, behind them the silent electricity without which they won't work. Is it or not? In the same way, in our own life, all our body, mind, all of them are functioning. But can they function without the Lord inside? No. Therefore, in the dynamism of all these functionings, the one who can maintain the meditative poise and can catch that non functional or silent Paramatma, he is the one who is highly intelligent. This is called as Karmaniya Akarmaha Pashet. Then Akarmanicha Karmayaha. And when you see the whole world, beyond that, without him, can anything work? No. Then he is the one present everywhere. Karmanya Karmaya Pashet, you are involved in the activity, but the observation is on that which is not acting, the self. Other way around is what? Though you are identifying with the self, which is non action, but in its presence only, all the dynamism is happening. So, if the balance between these two you can strike, you are wise person. That's what karmaniya karmaya pasher akarmaniya karmaya. In you and my life, practically for help, what we can understand is when your lot of work is there, do the outer work dynamically, inside maintain the calmness, like a scientist. Outside so calm, but in the mind is vigorously contemplating. What is the way of experimenting to discover that medicine for that new virus? China, 10 lakhs died, they say today. Dangerous virus. If it comes to India, how difficult it is. Thinking already started. So too, the silently, the Indian army thinking inside. These Chinese people are being aggressive. So today sanctioned 1700 kilometers of highway across the borders for the Jawans and our arm and ammunition to reach there. You and I don't know, but the work is going on. So too, when you have no work, be silent. In that silence, plan towards your goal and means. When you are working in the means to reach the goal, let the activity happen through the senses, body, mind. But because you are clear about the goal and means and you are doing, beyond that, maintain the silence. Did you see all the football goals yesterday? All the things, 6 plus 6, 12 goals were done. No aggression. Even the goalkeeper, एक थोड़ा सा डर रहा था बेचारा, इसलिए डर के मारे इधर का उधर गिरा. But the winner who got the golden glove, you observe him, his sayings, his writings. I was not perturbed in that facing that goal penalty shootout. Oh, see, they are not only trained in the sport. Sport is not important. How you can maintain your balance? When you have to hit 12 runs, 15 runs in 1 over cricket. If you are in a hurry, एक मार लिया तो clean bowled, LBW, catch out, run out. But we can maintain the balance. Karmani akarmaya pashet. Akarma, quiet and calm. You can see how which side the ball is bowling. Then you become prepared mentally and hit it. Leg side, कोई है ही नहीं, छक्का, जीत गए. Is it not? We also, when you have nothing to be done outside physically, in the mind, you can be silent at the same time, plan for the goal. That's called akarmani karma. And when they are involving in the karma, because the karma is for a great goal and you are doing it systematically, in that karma, akarma pashyet, just be balanced. Just be calm, quiet. Like I am doing this karma of Geetha. It is a vigorous activity of talking to you. But I know I am doing it for my wonderful youth, giving them an idea of how glorious is Geetha. So I know the goal, I know the means. Karma is going on, but inside akarma. Is it not? And the class is over. Not I am talking outside, but inside I am thinking about what to talk tomorrow, next topic. Yasya sarve samarambha kama sankalpa varjitaha. How I have to convey this to my children so that they can catch it without much difficulty. Such person is wise. Okay, from the spiritual parlance, I told you already, in the happening of everything, in the substratum, nothing is happening. Is it not? Like when you make the pots out of the mud, it's a karma is happening. But nothing is happening to the mud, whether it is a mud level or it's like a pot, that is a flower pot, whether it is a lamp. You may see with a lot of names and forms utilities, but the mud is always mud. In the pots, giving, seeing the mud is called karmani akarmaya pashe. Again, in the mud, conceiving so many pots is called as akarmani cha karmaya. Among them, whichever is required, you use it. Which is not required, be silent. You need not make every mud in the world as pot. Same time, you cannot be without pot also. Make some of them. एक ही नहीं, that balance. So in the very dynamic activity, there is silence. And in absolute silence, there is a potential for every dynamic expression. The firewood by fire. Unmanifest it is akarma. But then when you light it, how much blazing it is, consumes everything which is around it. Shoot in an atom. How much of energy, but silent. But when you fusion and fusion, how much it expresses. In the same way, when the action is required for us to be done, do but maintain silence inside. When there's no action outside to be done, don't be lazy. Be silent but inside plan for future. That's how live life. In this way, when you do for a long time, what is required, that only you will do. Not wanted, you drop it. Slowly, your unnecessary karma goes away from life. That's called jnaname karmaka sannyas. Then you are so calm and quiet. When required, you are performing outside, or else inside you are doing dynamic work of contemplating on the God. What is contemplation? What is meditation? All that will come in the sixth chapter. We are now in the fourth one. This is how it is. Think more about it. Very interesting homework for you. It's a challenge to you. In the active dynamism, seeing silence. In the absolute silence, seeing the dynamism. Mhm. All great natural forces are silent. The ocean is silent. The winds are silent. The sunlight is silent. The time, which is the most powerful thing, silently working it is. The mountains just silently standing. The trees. Inside us, all the systems are silent. The heart pumping blood, the inhaling, exhaling of the lungs, silent. We should be able to that way silently do everything. Again, doing everything, be silent. कर्मण्यकर्मयः पश्येद कर्मणि च कर्मयः स बुद्धिमान् मनुष्येषु स युक्तः कृत्स्नकर्मकृतो. Thank you. Tomorrow we will see the next important. Every shloka is so beautiful. Nice topics are going to come up. Today's our Krishna's shloka is Mangalam Sri Kurukshetra Ranakshoni Viharine Partha Sarathi Rupaya Geetacharya Mangalam. Mangalam Shri Kurukshetra Ranakshoni Viharine Partha Rupaya Geetacharya Mangalam. Common sense thought. I will die, but I will not get addicted. Or I will die, but I will not leave addictions. Choice yours. You can't say in between. Because if you are starting, slowly you will get addicted and you will die with addiction. When you decide, we will die till death, I will not get addicted, throughout life you are saved. And you have to achieve great things for yourself, for your own nation and all. Is it not? How can you be wasting your time, energy for addictions? Throughout life. Some people, for certain age, they are non addicted, so they achieve great things. But after that, they get addicted by misguidance, then every gain is lost, whole life is wasted. That's why I said, I will die but will not. I not say कि 2 साल 30 साल 40 साल तक मैं नहीं लूंगा उसके बाद लूंगा नो मरूंगा लेकिन लूंगा नहीं लाइक सर कटा सकते हैं लेकिन सर झुका नहीं सकते हैं सी दैट ग्रेट पेट्रियोटिक सॉन्ग अपनी आजादी को हम हर गिज मिटा सकते नहीं सर कटा सकते हैं लेकिन सर झुका सकते नहीं इन द सेम वे die but will not take drugs, will not be addicted to anything. I told you the addictions. The consumable addictions are the drinks, alcohol, cigarettes, and all. Then the watchable addictions are the cell phones, all the internet, etc. Nonsense. The living being addictions are the friends and going with them here and there nonsense. The activity addictions are addicted to some sports and some nonsense. No. These are all for those useless fellows, buffaloes, in the form of human being who have nothing to achieve. But you are not so. You, for your own joy and satisfaction, want to do and achieve great contributory things, productive things, usable things, the world in your own fields. So, in your professional fields, in your own personality, in your spirituality. In the professional field, you can add the patriotism also. In all those, you have to achieve great things. How can you be addict and दे दो नहीं तो मर जाऊंगा मैं What a nonsense बुद्धू बेवकूफ dare not allow anything come even near to you and I told you become a group see to it that our youth are protected from nonsense and if you really have guts raise slogans against governments and all those people who are creating, producing all these addictives with which the entire humanity is becoming animalistic and rakshasa. उनके खिलाफ आवाज उठा के throughout the world for all permanency उन सबको बैन करा दो. That is your greatness if you can achieve it. Instead of doing that great thing, ये चाहे उसके बिना नहीं रह सकता इसके what? Chi, third class fellow. 100 Geetas also cannot help you if you are that useless. You understood? Many people study Gita but are addicted to nonsense. Therefore, they are not able to use Gita's wisdom. You have to complement both. Other fellows are what? They don't have negativities, but they have don't have the goal or inspiration because they have not studied Gita. You and I have studied Gita, we have goal and inspiration, but you don't perform because addicted to time wasting, addicted to wasting of the physical energy, the vital energy, the ojas, the tejas. How can you do that? Think about it. Okay. God bless you all. Tomorrow we'll continue.